Shaun, how excited are you that it's game week and you get to take England into another international test match?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be dealing with the players, and I do it in a small way with in my wigging job. But to get the players here and some of the best players in our country playing for England, it's very, very exciting.
Some players are coming back into the setup, some debutants as well. How nice are those phone calls to make to the likes of Callum Watkins and Mike McMeekin and people like that?
Yeah, it's good. It's really, really good, and the way they took it was so impressive, and it showed me they've got desire to play for England. So enjoyable ones. But I've also let some players out who are not far off, and I've informed them that the door's never closed. I'll always be looking at them. So Reece Lynn's not playing this weekend, but if he kills it with his form for Wakefield going into the end of the season, then he'll play the World Cup.
Players like Matty Ashton, Joe Batchelor, Matty Lees, who've all come through that England night setup, must be really pleasing for you to hand them England shirts, senior shirts, having seen them come through that system, and also kind of indicate that system's working.
100%. Paul Anderson and Paul Sculthorpe have done a great job, no question about that. And it makes it a bit more special when they come to our system in the way they have, and the three very, very talented players, so I'm happy.
Obviously there's a lot of players missing from this side, whether that be through selection or injury or the NRL-based players. How exciting is it to give those debutants that are in the team the opportunity to fight for a shirt, make it their own and send a message out to the competition?
Yeah, well, you think about it, it's very, very exciting for them, because the prize at the end of it is a potential place in a World Cup team, which in our own country, going to Newcastle playing in front of 40,000 to 50,000 people against Samoa, for an Englishman, don't get any better. So if they're not motivated by that, then they shouldn't be here.
And the All-Star squad looks strong. It's going to be another international standard test match, isn't it?
Yeah, and the GPS scores from last year, it was a test match. So I'm hoping for the same again. It's been a standalone fixture, which I'm very grateful for. And we've got some really good players going at it, so I'm excited.
And in Ellery Hanley and Andrew Henderson, two coaches that all put together a strong side. It must be really important that you come up against a team that's not only strong individuals but that's well put together and test you in different ways tactically.
Yeah, they'll want to win, there's no doubt about that. Just like I want to win, and they're both very smart rugby men. And you can see the way they played last year. The players will want to win. It's just in them. So, and that's why people need to get along on Saturday, get behind our country, make sure it's a great atmosphere, and hopefully can see us win the game.
How much of your time do you spend thinking about England winning the World Cup and how you're going to get there?
I do think about it. I'd be lying if I didn't. My thought process as a person is always start with the end, and the end will be winning the World Cup and looking back and what do we need to do, and that's why we need to make sure the detail, the video stuff they do, the quality of the field session is really important.
You spent some time over in Australia recently looking at some of the NRL players. Do you think you've identified the ones that you're going to bring into this group to strengthen it? Yeah,
I do. I was impressed. I was impressed with their attitude, the desire to play for England. I was impressed with Australia and the standard over there. So it was a worthwhile trip, but I really enjoyed meeting the England players and potentially can bring us something in October against Samoa.
We've obviously got a game this weekend, but how much of this camp as well is sending players away with the right messages for the rest of their domestic season, and in terms of them getting it right and impressing you before October?
Good question. Really important. As important as getting the result. I want them to understand the way we think, the way I think, the way I look at games, the way I look at players. It's probably very different to what they've had before, and I want them to enjoy it. It's a break from the slog of Super League, and I want them to enjoy it, but it'll all be really enjoyable if we win.
And Sam Tompkins, your captain again, is that a good indication of who might be leading the team out in October?
Not really, but he's a captain this weekend, and there's a good chance of leading us out in October. But you never know. You look at the injuries, what John and Lomax has had, and Morgan knows things can change very, very quickly, and we need to make sure that we've got a group of leaders who can take over that.